The Steelers going into this offseason felt like they have so much more to accomplish and prove. The Steelers had a good defense but lacked offensive production. Reshaping the offense was a main priority this offseason, and it started with the departure of Kenny Pickett and the additions of Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. A very interesting strategy, but a smart one. Nobody really expected the Steelers to make a move on Wilson or Fields, especially not both of them, but they did, and it actually makes a little sense. The Steelers had no other option. They had to get their quarterback situation figured out. So when they traded Kenny Pickett and acquired Justin Fields, it makes a little more sense. The Steelers want to see how Wilson will play at the start of the year. He's also not getting any younger. He's 35 and has had some time in the league. He can be a good role model and mentor to Justin as he will develop back into a starting quarterback. There were reports saying they want to try to make Fields the punt returner, but all of that is just ridiculous. None of that is happening. Justin still has potential, and the Steelers are doing what they can to tap into it. Justin laughed when asked about that and says he is not there to do that. They did not acquire him to do that. They brought him into this franchise because they believe he can develop into the future starter. Justin Fields didn't come to Pittsburgh to compete with Wilson. He's clearly the backup and going to take over once Wilson's time is done. Fields only cost the Steelers a 6th round draft pick, so there's no pressure to play him immediately. But if Fields plays 51% of the Steelers' offensive snaps in 2024, that pick is upgraded to a 4th rounder. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith might design a set of plays to utilize Fields' mobility, but bearing an injury to Wilson, Fields won't start. Wilson is on a 1-year deal and can earn another contract based on his performance. The Steelers will either pick up Fields' 5th-year option for 2025, which costs $25.6 million, or negotiate an extension. Justin Fields is 25 and has a long career ahead of him, and the Steelers didn't acquire him to be a backup for just one season. That would be pointless. The plan is for Wilson to start and mentor him while Fields learns and eventually takes over. Although he's talented, Fields has had issues with turnovers and has much to learn. Last season, Wilson threw 26 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions, but he's the 5th most sacked quarterback in league history. So the Steelers needed to upgrade their offensive line. Fields became an option for Pittsburgh after the Steelers traded Pickett to Philadelphia. Similar to Wilson, Fields joins the team on an affordable salary, being in the 4th year of his rookie contract. With 34 career starts, he is an ideal backup. He has the potential to become the Steelers' future quarterback if things go well. From a system perspective, Fields and Wilson are well suited for Arthur Smith's offense. Both are statistically superior passers when using play action, a key component to the Steelers' offense. A lot of fans were concerned by them adding 2 quarterbacks this offseason, but it was a move that needed to be done, especially if they're able to help develop Justin into their next starter. The Bears' lack of success isn't even Justin Fields' fault. They had a bad offensive line and not the best coaching staff. You can't put the blame all on him. The Bears did not prepare him nearly as much as they are now with Caleb, but that isn't all the Steelers did to help improve this team going into next season. The Steelers have had a very busy offseason. With the addition of Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, no NFL team has more potential for a significant offensive transformation heading into the 2024 offensive season than the Steelers. Besides their new quarterback addition, the Steelers also upgraded their offensive line by drafting left tackle Troy Fontenot, left guard Mason McCormick, and center Zach Frazier. If this new lineup gels as Pittsburgh hoped, the rushing attack led by Najee Harris and Jalen Warren could see a substantial boost in production. Thanks to these additions, most of which came at bargain prices or through the draft, the Steelers have received high praise from analysts for their offseason move. The Steelers couldn't believe it when Troy fell to the 20th pick in the 1st round. When they saw his name still available, they wasted no time and selected him. If drafting Troy wasn't good enough, the Steelers hit the jackpot in round 2 when Zach Frazier, the 2nd-ranked center prospect in the draft, fell to them with the 51st pick. Troy was a huge part in Washington's dynamic offense last season, excelling as a pass protector at left tackle and dominating in the run game. Though he's projected to play guard for the Steelers, his skills are sufficient for an NFL tackle. He'll line up next to Broderick Jones, last year's 1st-round pick at tackle, and help contribute to the trenches. One of the most versatile players in the draft at 6'3", 317. He plays with a low center of gravity, but also boosts impressive length with 34.5-inch arms. As a left tackle at Washington, Troy is amongst the most athletic offensive linemen in the class and is a potential 5-position player who can effectively play guard, tackle, and possibly even center. It was said the Steelers had Troy as their 7th highest ranked player in the entire class, so getting him at the 20th spot is great. Also, drafting center Zach Frazier was a huge addition to this roster, as he also immediately helps improve this position group and will go in and most likely start week 1. Frazier played over 2,600 snaps at center for West Virginia and logged 542 snaps at guard during his freshman freshman season. According to Pro Football Focus, Frazier allowed only 5 sacks through his entire college career, with none occurring in 2023. He will join a group of center candidates for the Steelers, including veteran Nate Herbig and second-year players Spencer Anderson and Ryan McCollum. Like I said, Russell Wilson is the 5th most sacked quarterback in league history, so they needed to build a strong offensive line for him, but they needed to bring in younger guys anyways to help develop this team, protecting whoever's playing quarterback for them, because now you have 2 quarterbacks, one a former MVP and a Super Bowl champion, and a solid offensive line that will only get better with time. The Steelers just made this offense so much stronger. Justin Fields always lacked having a strong offensive line in Chicago, and now he will have much better protection, so hopefully we'll be able to see him drop back more and develop into a starter again in this league. The Steelers also made a huge addition to their defense when they signed Patrick Queen on a 3-year deal worth $41 million. It was said that he took less money to win right now with the Steelers. It said he took a pay cut of around $5 to $6 million. The Steelers' main focus this offseason was preparing this offense for a breakout year and building up the offensive line, but this is a huge addition to an already solid defense, especially since he took less money to play with the Steelers over the Ravens. That says a lot right there. Patrick Queen chose to sign with the Steelers for several reasons, including the opportunity to play alongside Pro Bowlers Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, and Minkah Fitzpatrick. Another significant factor was his desire to prove himself as a central figure in a defense. In his final 2 years with the Baltimore Ravens, Queen played along Roquan Smith, who joined the Ravens after a successful start to his career with the Bears. Together, they formed arguably the NFL's best middle linebacker duo, with Smith earning All-Pro honors in both seasons and Queen making his first All-Pro last season in 2023. The Steelers clearly believe Queen can excel in Pittsburgh, as shown by the contract they gave him. A 2020 first-round pick, Queen started all 67 regular season games during his time with the Ravens. Last season, he recorded 133 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 6 passes defended, an interception, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. The Steelers had a handful of gaps entering this offseason, but made all the right additions when it came to preparing this offense for a much better year and improving a defense that already showed it can be one of the best in the entire league. The quarterback situation for Pittsburgh was definitely interesting at first, but when you see what they have done in the draft to prepare the both of them, it all makes sense. Russell Wilson can play well, as he didn't have the best first year with the Broncos. Last season was much better for him, so I believe this will be a fresh start for him with a new coaching staff, wide receiver group, offensive line, just a whole new team in general, a new location, just a fresh start. I also believe Justin Fields will continue to develop into a key piece for this offense, as he has so much potential and now finally have some protection up front. It will be exciting to see what this team can accomplish this upcoming season, especially when you look at all the additions they made to help improve this offensive line. That's one of the most important pieces to an offense and an entire team in general. If you haven't already, go down below and hit the subscribe button. Make sure the notification bell is turned on so you never miss a Steelers video or any video at all. Make sure you leave a like and comment down below what you're looking forward to next for the next NFL season, and I'll see you guys in the next one.